Hi, everybody. Welcome on back to Group A action here on the secondary stream. This man over here is Lacoste, and of course, I'm Dakota. And we're getting ready for heat number 3. It's OG versus Newbee in a super important matchup. Newbee are down 1-4, 1-3, 1-4?
1-3.
1-3. That is currently the bottom. Keen Gaming, the only team below them at the moment because they've played one extra game. If Newbee lose this against OG, they're probably out. Eliminated. Don't even get to try to make it to the main event. And how times have changed that Newbee were probably coming into this event as one of the favorites, at least one of the favorites for, China. And now they're just, well, to be honest, they're in the dump.
Yeah,
so they got to find a way out of the dumpster and, kick the Red Bull can out of the way to try to get up and out because OG are also in a not the best position, currently sporting a 2-2 record in the middle of the road, but, it's even scary for some of these teams that have to play in that breakout bracket because it's just one best of 3 to determine if they get to move on or not.
Yeah, but OG, this is a really important match for both. Both of them, OG still has LGD to play against and DNC.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah, while Newbee is playing OG right now, and they're playing against Keen Gaming and against the Team Liquid tomorrow.
Yeah, so, maybe they'll get that win against Keen Gaming, but, OG's not going to be an easy pushover. OG have shown strides of brilliance in this tournament already. They were the team to take down Optic, and based on Optic's last showing, taking down LGD, it depends what OG is going to show up. And if it's the good side of OG, then I would be very scared for Newbee. Our draft is already underway, so let's go ahead and break it apart here. Newbee's first set of bans, they're going to be getting rid of the Chen. They get rid of Tiny and Razor OG. No Naga, no Sand King, and no Disruptor. That means that their first pick is going to be the little Dark Willow. And then Newbee, look at their opener here. Omni Knight and Rubik.
They banned out Razor, so they got the hands on Omni. Terrorblade, man, this hero feels just way too strong. There are
early
certain
pickup though.
Yeah, well, that's what VP does as well. They know that they play well around the Terrorblade, so they just first phase pick it. Dark Willow on the other side can be played as 5 or position 4. One of the better utility heroes with 4 or 5 ultis.
So you have this much draft ahead of you to work with. What can make Terrorblade cry? Like, what can they get to make sure this Terrorblade is not a problem?
Well, I love Pugna as a counter to Terrorblade to one extent. Like, he's really vulnerable to high burst damage. Also, the Cripify is amazing against him. So, some teams use Legion Commander, which I'm not a big fan of. But we saw OG also playing that Legion at the first day.
Maybe some of that bursty,
yeah,
Armel style,
yeah,
like
Zeus
Puck
also.
maybe?
Zeus Puck is good. Yeah, there's the Pugna ban.
Nice call. Fly already on it though. Got a chance to talk with Fly a little bit yesterday. Overall seemed pretty good spirits. Very focused, obviously. This is pretty important to him. And a team that had been traveling around quite a bit. So I'm sure gaming fatigue could be there, but seems like their wits are about them.
This more feels like a Jarex hero, Dark Willow, than Flies. So we might still see position 5 coming out from OG. Dark Willow doesn't provide too much control against Omni Knight early on. Yeah, she has a stun. We'll see. Rubik and Omni Knight. Rubik is really good against Omni, so we see more of that, like picking and counter picking together. So you get heroes that are good against each other.
What do you think, though, if they wanted on the side of OG to, let's say, they keep Dark Willow as a 5 and get Jarek something like the Tusk? Something that's kind of aggressive, can work its magic in the early laning phase, and then has defensive capabilities for the Terrorblade just in case?
Yeah, everything's still open. That's why the heroes that can be played on different position are so strong to open up with.
Respect from Newbee here. They ban out the Magnus, which is something that OG have pulled out occasionally, in particular for Mad.
DP is
10
still in the
seconds
pool,
remaining.
and Viper is out.
5
So it
seconds
means that
remaining.
probably DP and Dragonite will be highly contested in the second.
Yeah, I bet
Yeah,
Turn
OD
to
as
pick.
well.
Newbee's got to get it right here. Newbee's got to get Death Prophet right here, I'd feel like.
I feel more of a DK is better because OD and both Viper are one of the better counters against him.
OG's turn to pick.
How about the Gyro, the hero?
How about Gyro's never won anything ever? No, just kidding. Didn't see that one coming, but I mean, you know, hey, he's got Flak. He's good against, you know, Illusions of Terrorblade, Team Fight Call Down. But I mean, yeah, we laugh because we have not seen a whole lot of success as of recent with Gyrocopter, and then he also got hit with that nerf in 7.12. So I'm eager to see what Newbee's going to be able to pull out with it. Particularly, it looks like in the hands of Mugi.
One of the better heroes against Gyro overall is Lycan, which OG loves to play, but they already have a Terrorblade. They might still switch it, but then the lineup is really slow.
Yeah. Four position. I was gonna say four position Terrorblade, but the old secret.
So yeah, that's a Tusk. It's a good hero. Gyro doesn't love the heroes that get on top of him. Tusk is one. He can bring 2-3 heroes with him, and also has something that goes through the BKB.
10 seconds remaining.
Jarek's also just a really damn good Tusk. Kind of sad. I mean, I am a big Earth Spirit fan myself, and you know, we're actually at a point in Dota where Tusk is just a better pick than Earth Spirit at this point. So
yeah, I didn't see any Earth Spirits beside one game. I think I didn't watch all the games. It's pretty hard because we have two games happening at the same time.
But still, a flashy hero in his own right, and something that fits the profile of Jarek since his days like in Liquid and even before. But hey, how about they just grab it right now, huh? You take Tusk, we'll take Earth Spirit. That's quite intriguing here.
Well, Earth Spirit gives them more team fight capability, more of a like chaos creating hero that provides good silence and can keep Dark Willow in place. Also a lot of AoE damage for Terrorblade.
But something that was a bit concerning, and I had heard Will talk about, and I didn't even, you know, really realize, and he made a great point, is that what makes it harder for Earth Spirit is just like now these towers being so close. Feels like when you move in, you just have so much less room to work with. You just have to find connection onto that boulder in a fantastic position. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself rolling into a tower and rolling into a first blood or something like that.
That's a really good point from Blitz. A lot of heroes feel that way. Same thing I feel about Bounty Hunter most. So they still think it's going to be an offlane hero for OG. I mean, S4 plays the puck. They can still swap the lanes accordingly, whatever they need. But I think they are missing either DP or a Dragonite for themselves. They have tower damage in Terrorblade, but if they get the hands on one of those two heroes, they should be fine with it. So a lot of team fight potential from OG to keep them in place. There is Dark Willow. Yeah, this
Bramble Maze. Jesus.
This combo is so good. Dark Willow and Puck. You use Coil and then you use Terrorize and then Coil snaps, and then you place a Bramble Maze outside of it.
Yeah, super good.
So what they need is one more scaling core inside of Newbee. Gyro can be played on mid and the safe lane most of the time. Lately has been on the mid because he's really hard to gank because again there's no space left between those two mid towers.
They do have last pick, so can't wait to see what the pick is of OG. But I'm trying to think of scaling cores that will be able to contest something like Terrorblade here. Morphling pops into my mind occasionally, but there is already lots of control out there for OG and at least a dash of silence in the puck.
If Newbee wants to go something more late game oriented that is decent against Terrorblade, they could pull off a Troll. So he doesn't have to commit to early BKB because he has Omni Knight. And Gyro is a hero that's really active early on, so he can be that space maker, playmaker, until Troll gets online.
What about Troll for OG? We did see Mad play it.
Yeah, at
Troll
Terrorblade seems rather weak.
Okay.
5 seconds remaining. Newbee.
Their choice? They'll take the DK. All right.
Yeah, so Newbee can still take that DP I was talking about. Dragonite is just too good of a pick here for OG, and pretty much every counter is out. I'm not sure if they can go for maybe
10 seconds
the Timber Saw
remaining.
inside of Newbee. It's great against the Dragonite. It's decent against the
5
Terrorblade.
seconds remaining.
But I'd go for DP. Provides a good silence against all these heroes.
Ember Spirit.
You may now select your heroes.
Who's that?
That's Ember Spirit. So, I mean, Ember Spirit, I wonder what the build is gonna be. He has a good way to deal with Terrorblade illusions. He has a root against the Puck, good against the Dark Willow, so she can't escape.
Weapos is our resident Ember Spirit guy. Thumbs up or thumbs down with the Ember Spirit on this one? What do you think, man? He's thinking about it right now. The SCC Ember, potentially to be taking it against a DK. Do you think he'll be able to do it? You think so? All right. He kind of likes the game for Ember Spirit.
Well, Ember Spirit got a little bit of buff, 1 armor. That actually means a lot because his armor is not that great. After Poor Man's Shield was removed, the hero was just feeling so underwhelming. That was the best item for Ember Spirit.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get into it, folks. It's our 3rd heat of Group A action. We have Newbee versus OG. OG currently sporting a 2-2 record. Newbee down at the bottom at 1-3. Another loss could put them into Troubleville and be at risk of straight-up elimination from DAC 2018. Who'da thunk? Well, let's get underway. I'm a little concerned also for this Earth Spirit, rather. There's not too many prominent options out there for who you want to gank. Anyone seems either too durable or too elusive to be able to get the grab. So I would know that Earth Spirit tends to rely on having some sort of successful early game. Otherwise, you kind of just wait in the wings a long time. His farming capability is just rather weak.
Yeah, I wonder if Fly wants to place that ward where he eats a 3, blocks the camp. They're going to wrap around, see if they can find a kill. That's a good movement, considering where Faith is standing right now.
Oh, Faith. Oh, Faith. There it is. Oh, bumps him down. He's stuck inside, but Faith will be able to eat the tree and walk out the other end. Oh, a very forgiving shard bump will help them on this one. But okay, they get the rocket and they pop it onto S4, and they will be able to take it down first. Bit of an awkward trade, but OG are going to be unsuccessful on their move in. They do plant the ward. They put it a little bit more north of the camp to try to make it a little less predictable, but we'll see if it's something that Faith is able to spot out.
The ward that gives you vision on Bounty Rune, then you can play aggressive, maybe even get the ganks going on that guy who tries to pick it up, or you can be more aggressive on the lane while you see that enemy support is missing. So KP will try to pull the creep wave. I don't think they have anything to stop it with.
As they move in.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I'm wrong.
He's got Repel. And walks out the other direction, but he's not going to be taking the creep wave with him. So he'll have to just settle for his little bounty rune. And kind of get to the lane the old-fashioned way. But he's going to be zoned back pretty heavily here from Fly. And without the level 1 into heal, it could be a little bit tricky. Might have to chew through some of his sustain a bit fast.
Yeah, we're going to focus on a mid lane, see what's going to happen there. Ember Spirit, I mean Dragonite, of course, has a better matchup with that Dragon Blood, a lot of harassment mitigated.
Shard not going to find its connection. Turnaround rolling boulder. This one onto Jerix. Bump it back a bit. Follow up telekinesis, pull back. You have a homing missile, and that's going to be enough. Just the 3 of them will get the takedown. The first blood is going to be belonging to Newbee. Faith in particular will pick up the last hit. Kaka very low. will be able to make it away.
S4 was afraid of going onto that Earth Spirit, because if he missed the orb, he would be in a bad position. Rocket was already flying, he was level 1, and Kaka had that Fairy Fire.
This lane is very feisty here on the bottom. Oh, possibly another move to be made. This time he has the flat cannon, and Jarek's going to be going down again. Back-to-back takedowns on that one. Rolling boulder forward is going to force S4 to orb himself under his own tower safety. Bottom lane's looking pretty damn swell for Newbee. Meanwhile, top lane, KP continuing to get harassed a bit. This time does have the heal available if necessary. Still holds the mango just in case.
Yeah, also, Omni Knight got the nerf as well. He got the repel mana cost from 50 to 85. If I'm not mistaken, that's huge actually.
That is.
Like, they keep nerfing Omni Knight every single patch with a reason.
This time KP will be able to take the wave. Good heads-up play from him. Mad and SCCC continue to go at it here in the mid lane. Mad at 14-1 to SCCC's 13-14. Pretty damn neck and neck at the time.
Yeah, Dragon Knight doesn't have anything to remove the Flame Guard with, because his magical damage is lower than the shield. He needs to use it twice. He can use it twice with Arcane Rune, but otherwise it's really not worth it.
So KP, of course, has that wave to kind of keep behind the tower and slowly take down, while No Tail pulled his own wave. So they'll be able to share their own bits of farm each. I feel like I frantically have to be jumping around checking the lanes on this one. Bottom lane in particular is one that you don't want to be keeping your eyes too far and away from, as they continue to pinch and poke OG as much as they can.
Tusk Shards are not connecting this game. Even the one for the first blood, the second one, the third, he's saving the good shards for later.
That's fair. Let's get the bad ones out of the way first. But I don't know. At the moment, Jarek's not really traveling cross-country, keeping his attention to this lane and assisting S4 while it's necessary. KP continues to get harassed quite a bit.
Yeah, there's no point for Jarex to be mid, because they really can't kill him unless the Dragon Knight gets level 5 and then gets a stun, or level 6, and when the Flame Guard is down. So that's a lot of commitment if he wants to run top and not get anything out of it.
That will win the race to the rune, and it's an invis. So he'll be able to grab that one up. He is level 5 now, essentially. So if that opportunity does arise, he has the capability to do it. KP going for the pull again. He is going to be forced to pull out the heal and the repel, chewing down that mango to do so.
Yeah, that feels so weird, that pull. I think they should do something about it. Last time I did it with a Pango when I was playing my pub. This guy says, "This is just broken. This is so stupid." And I just type, "I agree."
I agree. Now, thank you for the wave. It does seem kind of crazy that he's able to get away with that without too much trouble at all. Oh, heavy damage onto him, though. He is going to be able to make it back and away, and Faith is rotated over to his assistance.
Yeah, so this means that they can be more active on the bottom lane, try to get the... Maybe go on Kaka if he gets out of the position.
Kaka currently does the pull. Jarex wants to contest him a little bit here. He'll take the wave with him. And there's also a stack nearby.
Yeah.
Something they'll point out.
Nice ward placed by SCCC so that he can see the rotation coming out from Tusk. He can see them entering the jungle, and he expects him to be pretty soon, because Dragon Knight is level 6, just popped the dragon form and has that siege creep. He wants to pressure the tower now.
Don't see any rotations coming from the form of OG quite yet. Jarek still kind of hangs towards the bottom lane, at least for the time being, but not too close to take any XP away from S4. He'll just go for the pull instead with that big camp that's there. Top lane, though, Big Daddy, full metamorph, gets pulled back by the telekinesis and will be forced to run out the other direction. Tries to get some extra love in onto the tower. That tier 1 in the top lane, brought below half of its life. You know, another heavy sieging team here, like we just saw in Optic Gaming. You know, DK Terrorblade. Roll roll past the regen, but Kaka will be able to grab it right under the nose of Jerix here. Is he going to somehow be able to make it away? I don't think so. Nice time silence with the chains.
Nice.
Oh, the shard. He just pretty much pooped out that shard right there. It was right behind him. And it's going to fend them off.
Jerix God.
Top lane, though. Heavy moves onto Faith, but KP will keep him safe.
Yeah, the good thing about Ember Spirit against the Tusk is that he can't use the snowball because it's a root mechanic.
Matt spotted there as he tried to rotate possibly towards that top lane. Looks like he'll just have to take his business all the way back and below. Kind of a quiet early game here from both teams, with the exception of those first 2 kills on the Jerix. We haven't seen too much bloodshed. And more time to kind of nurse up and build up the farm.
Not too much action going on because the heroes are
Hard to kill.
hard to kill, and both of the teams have good vision. Look at the vision that SCCC plays for himself. Like, I want to see the both runes. I want to not get ganked.
Don't touch me. Don't come here. This is my lane, and I want to see everything that happens.
So he's going for the magic build with the Veil, which gives him a lot of mana, a lot of sustain as well with all that armor. Combine that with, let's say, Gyro's combo, and especially Earth Spirit once he hits level 6.
Jerix just avoiding Rocket Barrage damage there with the snowball. We got 8-minute bounty runes. Oh, blocking one direction of Kaka, but he should be able to roll on out. He gets silenced, though. Does manage to get off the Boulder Smash to stun him. Goes for the Rolling Boulder, finds a corner to creep out without getting body blocked. Nice
And
stun
even
there
gets
from
the
Kaka.
rune.
Nicely
Because
done.
why not?
Yeah.
They're trying to pressure the top tower. KP is low level, level 4 only.
Can they get the deny? Take it away from OG here. No Tail pressuring it super hard. Bramble Maze is going to get dropped here, maybe a little early. And now Gyro even rotating up here.
Yeah, I don't think that was a good rotation. Okay, they might get a kill when they wrap around or get a kill on mid.
Yeah.
So of course Terrorblade has the green Arcana.
Oh, hard commitment from OG already to go to the mid lane. They are able to get the takedown. Kaka falls. First kill for OG now on the board, but a follow-up from behind as they make the move for Mad. Telekinesis pull back with a Rocket Barrage. Call down. Mad is able to sidestep the call down. Looks to get a turn kill onto Faith. Needs one more right click, and he's not going to get it. Mad will lose his own life, but of course the corrosive damage is there, and he will still be able to at least get the kill.
He moved him with the telekinesis out of Gyro's ulti, so he didn't get the damage and didn't die quick enough. So Mad actually got the return kill, which is great for him.
Possible pressure coming in for the top lane. It looks like SCCC has shown up to play with KP. KP's got everything under his wing and at the ready, but here comes a rotation from Mad. And they're not going to look to chase any further than that.
Tome coming out in a couple of seconds. I expect... who has it? Well, Rubik is level 5.5, so probably Earth Spirit is going to pick it up for himself.
Getting that magnetized would certainly help peak this Earth Spirit into another bit of relevance. Yeah. Shard, oh, Faith narrowly avoids the Prowler.
Rubik bought it, but he might give it to Earth Spirit. Rubik is almost level 6. Let's see if he's generous enough. There was a thread on Reddit where Crystal Maiden, who disconnected a couple of times, bought a tome for a Terrorblade, and he was so happy about it.
Faith, is he going to be kind this day? Yes, he is. Hands off the book to Kaka.
He's waiting. He doesn't want to use it, so if you put the scoreboard down, you see that he's level 5. So before the fight, he's going to pop it.
And Magnetize is something that you could definitely have a big debut with, especially if the enemy doesn't know about it. And it looks like he might take that attention to the bottom lane here. Went with 3 points into Boulder Smash too, so his silence is going to be pretty brief.
Yeah, that's a stun.
Top lane? No, I'm saying the silence is going to be brief because the silence is only level 1 while he put 3 points into Boulder Smash.
Alright.
Okay, okay.
Alright, sorry, Dakota. What a bro, man. Buying a tome for someone, huh?
Yeah. No one would ever do that for me.
Scanning.
And I don't think I'd do that for anyone, so it's fair.
You wouldn't do it for me?
Radiant's top tower is under
I mean, if you had a pretty bad game,
But what if I'm having a good game?
then I'm definitely taking the tome. What are you talking about? Shard block. But Kaka says, I don't care about your shard. Flies on forward, kicks the dragon back. They telekinesis him, maybe to try to get to the high ground, but not successful.
Yeah, that's a tough kill to go for. He's going for early build with the drums. 1.6k HP, almost level 3 Dragon Blood, pretty hard to take down. They need to commit Earth Spirit ult to actually kill him. Rubik is still level 5, getting close to level 6. Not the best spells to steal.
Oh, just coil from S4 onto Kaka, and then suddenly Mugi shows up, and S4 just gets bopped, just like that. Oof.
I mean, Rubik is good against the Terrorblade with the Fate Bolt against the Illusions, and is also good if you can steal the Sunder. You can change the game with it. Otherwise, not too many good spells to steal.
Derek's, he has TP, but he needs to find somewhere to safely use it. Looks like he'll go all the way down south to do so. Bit of an awkward beginning here, especially for OG. It would feel like trying to gauge how the farm has been building here, especially for the Terrorblade and in the Ember Spirit on the other side. No tail at second, and net worth just barely above the Ember, but mid.
That's a huge ball, and it's not mine. Like this game is pretty static so far. 6 kills, only 13 minutes in, because there's a lot at stake in this game. OG is 2 and 2. Newbee 1 and 3.
Call OG Optic, and you call Optic OG.
Yeah, because OG mess. You can't call Optic OG. That's the thing, because OG is OG.
Yeah.
Period.
After that matchup, it was pretty clear. Here we go. The smoke play from OG. Oh, Kaka with the hell of a boulder smash. Are you serious? Catches it onto 3 with the grip pullback magnetize. Hello. Now moving in, looking to go for the follow-up here. A call down should be able to help secure it. No Tail's able to get off the Sunder. Snowball save from Jerix. Is it going to be enough to help get the kill onto Mugi? Mugi is going to get brought down the Shard in the final breath, but OG should eat a lot more casualties. But as I say that, Mad shows up with Fly, and they do some fair damage, but not quite enough.
Yeah,
to be able to get the finish.
The problem is they got the Dark Willow. Also, really nice play there from Rubik and Kaka. Nice save from Jerix as well, but they were already in a good position. Plus you have Omni Knight who didn't even use his Guardian Angel there. Pretty hard to fight against right now. They have Gyro who deals a ton of magical damage. Then you have Ember Spirit who has Veil finished.
Dire are scanning.
He also decided to go for 25 damage talent on Ember, so he wants the scale.
Is that more to scale, or is it to balance out the fact that he's also kind of committed to a magic build, I guess? It's kind of interesting. He's got the Veil, and then going to go Radiance, but...
I mean, he already has 500 magic absorb damage, so Puck needs to use a combo on him to remove it.
Guess it is the better option.
Yeah, it gives more damage with Slight. He can farm faster, and also he's gonna get even more damage with the Radiance. Miss chance against the Terrorblade Illusions, clear them faster.
Speaking of which, our Terrorblade friend thinking about migrating down to this bottom lane where S4 narrowly jumping out through those trees. Has Coil up. I think OG are looking to give it a second try towards this bottom lane if possible. Mad hiding within those trees, still has Dragon Form at the ready. They're thinking about creeping out.
They have a double damage on a Puck. They just need to initiate and get the Omni Knight.
The move is made. Mad. Oh! Not able to get the catch onto that Ember Spirit. A narrow dive out from SCCC. Will avoid the gank.
Instant Sentry Ward there by Rubik because of the play that they wanted to make. It felt like they had a lane ward there.
Pull back from Mad. Coil though, jump in from S4. Trying to run to the action, but an instant fear there from Fly will ruin the day of Kaka from making anything happen. Wonderful counterplay right there. Faith looking to hide within the trees, more pulling attention away from the rest of his team. He'll get quickly taken apart, while SCCC and KP make a clean getaway. Does only cost them a couple of supports, but a tower will also fall.
Their team fight is so strong. If they are the ones who are initiating on side of OG, now that Puck has a Blink Dagger, and they're definitely winning those fights. Game is pretty even so far, only 1k gold advantage for OG.
That Terrorize is just so good against someone like Earth Spirit. He rolls in to hope to set everything up and then just gets scared and runs right back the other direction.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for a big combo with the Puck ulti. They want to pressure this tier 1 tower on top because they used meta, they used all their ultis. OG is not even gonna try to defend that, so the best way is just to push out the other
waves. Jump for
waves.
Jarek's here. Shards to the high ground, maybe hoping to get a bit of vision so he can snowball somewhere, but he's silenced up. Oh, he gets the silence off. Oh, falls a bit short. Cute play, though, from Jarek. So you could see what he was trying to do. Just unfortunately comes up a little bit short.
Yeah, you don't see much of mech builds on Omni-Knight. He just wants to keep people alive with it. Even though I feel like the magical damage, the pipe would have been maybe a better choice. They have good magical damage inside of Dark Willow, Breathe Fire, Puck. But he can still go for it.
Yeah, I guess it's nice if someone on your team gets sundered, you just bop them with 3 different heals or whatever, and suddenly they're fine.
Yeah, SCCC is having a really good game. Level 13, getting closer to that relic. OG should try to fight with the next meta again, until that Ember Spirit doesn't have Radiance. It's gonna be really pain in the ass. Also, Dragon Knight has a casual Ogre Axe. He might go for a Blink Dagger. They have initiation with Puck's Blink Dagger and Coil, but he might need to follow up.
Yeah, has queued up the BKB, but you're right. Mobility
he
may be
switch.
necessary. Yeah,
Yeah,
mobility might be pretty damn handy. Smoke out here from Newbee. Moogie's going to take his smoke business rather to that mid lane, where Jarek's currently resides. The rest of his team figuring out what's happening up towards the top. But bottom is actually where the action breaks, and a Guardian Angel from KP figures there'll be no necessary fight to use it in, so I'll just use it for myself.
They need to use Tusk if they want to gank the Omni Knight. There's always a TP and Repel combo. Jarek's already placing the deep ward beside enemy tier 2 towers, so they have a good vision.
They'll get the spot here on 2KP, but it is SCCC who just shreds apart S4. And that should help secure him that Radiance. At least the Relic now complete. Ember really on the up and up.
Bottom tower is under attack.
0 deaths on that Ember Spirit.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, they only have so much kind of lockdown available to them. I'm curious if OG's game plan is just trying to move the game forward objectively and forcing Newbee to come their direction during their big team fight. But as long as Newbee can kind of split the map and farm everywhere else, they don't have too much to fear from. But here we go, OG doing a little bit of that. Bottom lane, turning up the heat as they pressure into this tier 2. Looks like it should be an easy acquire.
Bottom tower.
And they still have Mad's Dragon Form to work with if they want to kind of go to the next objective.
So also Rubik steals Breathe Fire. Combine that with Fade Bolt. They're not going to deal too much physical damage in the fights. Mad actually decided to go for a BKB, which could be a better choice now that Ember Spirit already has that Radiance up. Ember Spirit is so scary, man.
Yeah.
Oh, he even gets the haste. BKB finished on Gyro, which gives them a lot of survivability in fights. Guardian Greaves on Omni Knight, and then you can repel Ember Spirit, who can go in aggressively. Puck still doesn't have that Dual Scepter, so with the root coming out from Searing Chains, he can easily lock him down, maybe even solo kill him.
Terrorblade also queues up a BKB, and he's getting pretty close to it. Oh, mid lane. Rolls in from behind. The Magnetized committed. Fly goes into the Shadow Realm to try to make it out and away, but a rocket will chase him through the shadows.
Jarex couldn't use the snowball to save him because he was repelled. I saw Mugi yesterday going for a side gunner, Aghanim Scepter build plus some Mjolnir against the Terrorblade. This could be the choice this game as well if this game lasts long enough.
Here comes Newbee down the mid lane. A full parade of action here as they look to make their assault onto this tier 2. BKB down already for the Dragon Knight. I'm curious to see what their answer is going to be. A nearby Tusk is just quickly the victim.
Yeah, this is not looking good for OG right now.
I mean, you can kind of feel that Newbee know and recognize that they're on the verge of elimination, and they are playing like it.
Yeah, I love the Ember Spirit pickup. I've been trying to think of ways to counter Terrorblade. Ember Spirit, I mean, even with the Battle Fury build, it can still work, but the Radiance, mischance, and the damage output, especially with the Whale combined, is just too good not to have it.
This is a 10-second BKB now for No Tail. With Sunder up. Mad's back into action right now. Still no BKB available for him, but they're going to have to try to do something and take a fight. They get the instant telekinesis lift onto No Tail, and he's just going to have to frantically use the BKB. He decides to use the Sunder, but this feels all defensive right now, and they'll have to walk out the other direction. Newbee continue to just do as they please, and OG are just forced to be reactionary.
Yeah, the slight problem for Newbee is that they don't have this hero who can siege the tier 3 tower. Like, none of them provide any kind of tower damage. You can just repel Gyro, so he goes in, deals a couple of right clicks, but that's pretty much it. So they need to take a fight before they can actually take the objectives.
Newbee now, fully congregated up to the north. Eyeballing out the lane a bit. Jarex is waiting on the sidelines here. Dire's scan obviously quite successful. So they draw out a plan to maybe add some pressure on the bottom lane, but already it looks like SCCC shows up. And he'll take care of that push and pressure. Can they do something about the top lane now that SCCC is not there though? But oh, before we can even get to do that.
Oh, why did he go back?
Wow. He went back even though Big Daddy took the most of the damage there.
Well, I guess he was afraid of a Sunder, but if he was keeping the eye on timing, he already used it on mid. It's level 2 Sunder only, so 80 seconds cooldown.
It's up now, but it was just off the mark. I guess he just didn't have the timing exact and played it safe. DD at the top of the river right here for someone who's available to grab it. But it's Newbee taking over the jungle front of OG.
Yeah, also OG won't be able to split push now that Ember Spirit has Boots of Travel.
Yeah, good call. They are going to still try to do that split push here, it looks like with S4, as Newbee approach the mid lane.
I feel like Mad needs a mobility item, a Shadow Blade, a Blink Dagger, so he can get into the back lines and maybe try to kill Omni Knight or Earth Spirit before the fight starts.
I mean, Blink Dagger, do you think it's still a decent option now with the Radiance in the hand of Ember? Do you think you'll still be able to kind of make use out of it? I feel like there's just lots of spam from Newbee's side. Fade Bolts flying around, Flat Cannons, Radiance. You'd have to make sure that he can blink in from a nice safe spot.
Well, he definitely needs an item to start a fight with, even after they can't really reach Ember Spirit. I guess they want to group up and try to take a fight like that. And that's it. Puck is going to be the one who's initiating, then the follow-up from Dark Willow, Reflection. Terrorblade is not that high of a level. Level 14, only getting close to 15.
Newbee pull back here, playing their game a little bit extra safe. Scanning out to see if OG is doing their own approach nearby.
A lot of save capabilities on Newbee at the moment. They have Null Field, which is currently offensive. Then you have Glimmer Cave plus an Omni.
Deep jump for Jarex. He gets a good shard to block him on out, but SCCC jumps right up and over that shard to make the go, and then jumps right back to avoid the rest of OG. Coil, though, is going to be committed, dropped onto 2. They mix it together with the ulti of Fly, hoping to burst out and break the coil if possible, but no. Not going to be good enough to be able to get the job done. Backing up and away here at the back end of a Guardian Angel. Newbee still holding on defensively here. Turn their attention back onto Mad and just rip him apart with the help of that Rocket Barrage. And now it's OG on the back foot. A full metamorphed No-Tail here, running away from the trouble, but I don't know how far he's going to be able to make it because SCCC shows up, chains him down, and Moogie's going to help get the finish. A double kill now for your Gyrocopter.
It's time to go for Roche on Newbee side. They can easily siege tier 3 towers with the Aegis. It's really hard to fight for OG. Also, Rubik is doing a hell of a job just stealing the shards, blocking them out. They're forced to pop the BKBs. Even though Puck and Dark Willow use their combo, they still can't fight.
Just feels like the timing for their lineup may have just missed a big golden window where they would have been really potent and able to kind of dish a lot to Newbee.
Same thing happened to OG when they played against the Liquid. They had a Lycan but missed the timings.
So Newbee just kind of getting all their ducks in a row here with the benefit of Aegis, as you were mentioning, should have a bit of an easier time being able to siege their way into that high ground of OG. And now we just wait for their approach there. They're going to hit the showers and hit the smoke. There it goes. And look to make an assault onto OG. If this fight is successful, they could find themselves in a position to be able to take down their first set of racks, and it looks like it could happen. They jump in immediately onto, of all people, No-Tail. But they take it very cautiously. It's going to be Fly who assists, bumping him on back. Kaka wants to run right back into the action, but it looks like Newbee have decided to head elsewhere.
Yeah, I gotta say that root mechanic, when you have it, this Tusk feels so underwhelming. Deep ward again from OG coming out. They might want to pressure that tier 2 tower on top. They are strongest when they group up. It just doesn't feel like they have a plan right now.
SCCC a little close to potential trouble there, but obviously makes the swift jump now back to the bottom half of the map, or they'll siege away and take out this tier 1 tower. With Gyro and Ember sitting atop King of Net Worth at this point. OG trying their best to split out the other lanes and keep them pushed away as much as possible. Eventually they know that they're going to have to face the assault of Newbee soon enough.
So Glyph is popped for defensive and offensive purposes inside of Newbee. Turblade use meta, so they want to fully commit to it.
They're going to get this tier 2, it looks like. Oh, or not. Suddenly SCCC shows up. They try to blink on in, but can't quite make it past.
That's a really weird decision, in my opinion. Now they don't have a meta.
Long kick.
Yep, they have a BKB.
Oh, they turn around and annihilate Kaka. Call down's going to be dropped. Fly could be in a bit of trouble. There's a follow-up. Chains. Sleight of fist, but not able to get the finish. BKB committed. And the Metamorph, too. Oh, Metamorph committed on the tower, of course, but they're going to be losing out on the rest of that time.
Yeah, they should just try to keep split pushing on side of OG. Amber can outpush one lane, but that's it. Like they just need more time to come back into this game. Still, again, Newbee doesn't have the best siege, so they need to take a fight, get 2-3 kills, and then they can go for objectives. Even with the Aegis and Gyro, they can't really fully commit to tier 3 towers because they are afraid. I gotta say, I love the build on Gyro again. Aghanim Scepter into Mjolnir against Terrorblade. That side gunner that can proc extra Mjolnir chance.
What do you think about KP? He's building into an Aghanim Scepter on his Omni Knight, hoping to protect those towers from the mighty Metamorph?
That as well, if they decide to go for some sneaky split push, but his positioning can be like further behind. Okay, so that's a good committed coil.
Steal the coil! Oh. He gets blasted apart.
Yeah, once they can easily turn this fight around for OG. Once they hit level 20 on Terrorblade, which is gonna be really, I don't know, they need at least 4 or 5 minutes to get him. He's under level 16 only, but Puck is getting close to his Aghanim Scepter, 400 gold away. And if they use it on, let's say, 2-3 heroes with Terrorize, that's gonna be huge.
Top lane, SCCC, jump for No Tail. He just sunders him, hits him with the reflection, tells him to back the hell off. Curious if Newbee now look to go on the heavy offensive now that Sunder's on cooldown. It's only a minute window, but we'll have to see what kind of work they can do with it. OG are continuing to do a pretty good job keeping the pressure off their base from every other lane that is not occupied by Newbee. Lots of credit, of course, to their heavy mobility.
So they have a Repel, they have a BKB, if the coil snaps.
Oh, nice. They managed to cancel out Jerix's TP. Kaka flying in from the Raptors.
There's a Aegis regeneration. We still didn't see a huge team fight for at least 15 minutes. There was no clash, just the classic pickoffs. They try to fight, but they realize that they can't. Then there are a couple of casualties, and that's pretty much it. So that's a full AC on a Dragon Knight. Once he hits level 18, the Ice Dragon will help them really good against the cores like Gyro, who's super speedy, level 20. That extra 50 movement speed means a lot.
Oh, they're making a move for S4. There's the Yules. Phase, his blink should be there. Oh, they Yules in. Still blinks. Out. Up. Uh-oh. Blink again. TP. Jump in. Meanwhile, Sunder, Snowtail, looking to be in a world of hurt here. Faith is chasing him down and finishes him off with the zap on the ass right there. Trying to turn around and for some assistance here. He's going to be mad, but he gets quickly swarmed. And suddenly 3 from OG are going to be going down.
And that's a fight that they should not take. They were already committed onto Puck, who was trying to escape, and then you were simultaneously playing on 2 fronts, committing BKB meta. Yeah, this is looking good for Newbee right now.
Roll in. Kaka with the Yule setup here.
They have a gem.
And they got Jerix. Oh man, this could be the beginning of the end here. Newbee move into the high ground right now. Fortify is going to be out, but they are certainly going to be able to do a lot of work and take out this mid lane. Still 15 seconds before No Tail can get back in on the action. 19 seconds for Mad. This is a quick Rax, and they're probably going to beeline it straight to the bottom. S4 is already there, but he gets chained down from SCCC. He's jumping out the other direction, but will be able to blink away. All right, 1 Rax down here. Newbee playing like they know that they are on the verge of elimination here. Looking to take it right back to OG.
There's still 70 seconds on meta, but they can't fight without it.
Terrorize. Do something though. There's the coil. Terrorize combo. Is it going to be good enough? It does. Get them stunned and locked in the spot. But OG can't quite get the finish. KP doing everything he can to keep him alive. Eventually they will end up losing KP. Faith could be next. No Tail trying to chase forward, but he can't help but feel like how much better this would have been if OG had all that extra firepower. They still are going to be able to at least take 2. They're looking to go for SCCC. The Sunder is there, but Jerix will drop nonetheless.
No remnants.
He can't make it out. He gets the one last sleight of fist, but eventually they will be able to bring him down. This is turning pretty profitable for OG. And that was the wombo combo they were hoping to get.
Yeah, I talked about that combo, but didn't expect them to deal that high amount of damage. I mean, that's level 3 coil snap, which is 4.5 seconds. They timed it really well.
Imagine how destructive it would have been if there was a metamorph just terrible,
or just Dragon
crushing him.
Dragon Knight with his form.
Yeah. How long is the cooldowns on those 2 ultis? It looks like Coil's already back up, but still need about 15 seconds for the Terrorize. We see now S4 back in a familiar position here, getting chased out from multiple Newbee members. He's doing everything he can in his pocketbook to escape, but he does get hit with that rocket. There's the Yules, a call down. They're trying to get the hold. Can they get him with at least a call down damage on the return back? Yeah. Being elusive as ever. Now No Tail in on the action with a new Metamorph. We'll be able to bring down Moogie. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Sadly for Moogie, Omni Knight's ulti was 1 second cooldown. to just pop it with Aghanim Scepter and keep him alive there.
OG breathing a bit of new life here. It's nothing too significant, but they are holding on to what time is necessary. And look at that, just a little cute little right back down to give them a little bit of hope. And I think after that one push, Newbee are going to have to give a lot more respect to that coil combo and find a new way to kind of make that approach. Meanwhile, bottom lane, a move on for Jerix. And I think SCCC should be able to easily have his number and will be able to take him apart.
Yeah, Jerix has been split pushing for quite some time, so Ember Spirit just buys a dust for himself because he has a Glimmer Cape, one Tusk, solo pickoff, almost level 25.
Never refuse.
I wonder what he's gonna go for. Sleight of Fist charges or Remnant cooldown.
That's a good question.
I mean, with the Remnant cooldown, he can play more aggressively and deals a ton of damage to Terrorblade illusions as well, but so does Sleight of Fist. So there's a mobility item on Dragon Knight finally. Blink Dagger picked up.
Okay.
Dire are scanning.
They don't have a Spirit Vessel or anything. Could be really, really good against Omni Knight, especially now that Gyro has a Satanic. New Roche spawned, so that's Cheese and Aegis. Like, OG doesn't know about it. Even if they know right now, I don't think they have time to get it.
Yeah, they had scanned out more defensively on Newbee's turf to see if they were going to making an approach from there, but now obviously they'll know. Newbee had their own ideas, moving in, getting a hold of the Roche and Aegis, and they go right for the smoke. This is like the VP thing we've been seeing. Just rush plays right now. They get one objective and they don't even hesitate to move on to the next one, trying to catch OG sleeping at the desk like Jack.
What have we here?
But OG are able to kind of slip away from that initial aggressive maneuver.
Yeah, this is looking so good for Newbee right now.
Daka. Okay. He learns quick that OG are hanging out in the neighborhood. Newbee was thinking about making an approach, but they don't really have the high ground advantage here. So there comes the jump in, there comes the coil combo. But now Mugi looking to come back into the action right now. Oh, the Sunder was used, and he will lose that Aegis in a blink of an eye. But now with his second life looking to make the move in. Huge amount of stun and huge amount of damage comes in from SCCC, my good lord.
S4 is pretty much left alone there. Has Dual Scepter 2 seconds, not enough. Triple kill for SCCC.
Oh man. At first it looked like the positioning of OG was going to be very profitable there, but after that second life and turn around, they just dropped a can of whoop ass on them.
Yeah, that's Aegis and Cheese used. Now they don't have a meta. They have a Sunder still though.
Buybacks though have to be used if OG want to hold on to their base. No Tail thinks about running on in. Still not going to have that Dragon Knight. A jump in from SCCC, but then he quickly heads out the other side.
SCCC is just buying time. Mugi can deal some damage to the towers. These illusions just disappear from Radiance, Shiva's Guard, Side Gunner, and Mjolnir.
Everything they can to try to slow them down. Mugi eating quite a bit of damage, man. That reflection does do some work. But they get their attention right back onto the tower. They'll take care of pesky little S4.
Yeah, the reflection with the Radiance deals so much damage.
And look at that. OG will at least hold on to that tier 3. Buybacks were committed. So they hold a decent defense.
Yeah, so it's only one side. They can still take a fight. In that fight, they did not have the best combo with Terrorize and Coil. But if they pull it off, there's no Cheese, no Aegis right now, and they're gonna have meta in the next 30 seconds. No Tail went all in with the damage. Daedalus. They need to control Omni Knight. That's the thing in these fights. If he uses a good Guardian Angel, they're gonna lose a fight.
Spotted bad. Looking to hit him up with the rocket. He does have the BKB. But he's going to have to chase his way all the way out. Uses the BKB the second that Kaka wants to jump in. But they are going to chase him and walk him all the way home if possible, and they will be able to bring him down. Oh, devastation here. No Tail knows that this could be on him, so he goes right into the Metamorph and pops his BKB. Looks to turn onto SCCC, but he's not really getting enough work done. The follow-up's there from Kaka, and it looks like they are going to be able to bring him down. This looks like it could be it. 4 to fall, 1 buyback. It's only Fly, but I think Newbee got everything they wanted here. And now they're just going to finish off what they started inside the base.
They have so much kiting potential. Ember Spirit, no real lockdown for Ember, especially with Omni-Knight sitting behind them. All the Glimmer Capes, magical resistance coming up, null field, Glimmer Capes, pretty hard to take down.
Well, Newbee were in a position where it was pretty much do or die for them in the tournament here at DAC, having a 1-3 record, knowing that they desperately need to get this win, and they played like they needed to get a win.
Yeah, I love the Ember Spirit pickup. It feels like it is a good counter, not just on the paper, but in theory as well. Also, that root mechanic against Tusk, he couldn't pull off any kind of saves. They were just kiting way too hard. And also, like in game like this, when you see a Dark Willow, it just doesn't feel strong because she didn't have early presence.
Yeah, I felt like all she had was the hopeful combo potential,
and that's
with
it.
S4. But, and then, they had a tough time in that bottom lane too, where Jarex was like really playing on the defensive, and then S4 was getting bullied pretty hard. So tough stuff for OG, but they're not done yet. They have a couple of games ahead of them to keep their heads afloat in that 3rd through 6th position. And Newbee, well, same to them. With this, they get to breathe new life and have potential to kind of fight on for that breakout bracket. That will conclude our 3rd heat here. We'll take a break. When we come back, it's time to hop into our 4th best of 1 for Group A action. That's Lacoste. I'm Dakota. We'll see you soon for it.